So guys, the question is, how does the central bank manage the inflation, interest rate, exchange rate, etc., etc., etc.? How do they do it? Well, they do it using some of the tools. Those are called monetary policy tools. Do you know what are those tools? Or how do they manage all these things?
So, like expansionary, contractionary, monetary policy.
So, expansionary, when you say monetary policy, means, you know, increased supply of money in the economy, and contractionary is opposite, the decreased or the reduced supply of the money. My question is, how do they achieve this? What do they do that the supply of money increases? What do they do that the supply of money decreases? What do they do? They use these tools. So then, yeah, like what are these tools which increases or decreases it? Am I clear in like asking the question?
So they print more or less money.
So what?
Sir, but
Printing
also,
printing itself is not really going to increase or decrease. It could so be the case that they're printing the money, but nobody's really taking that money. Like how does it enter the system, the economy? Huh? Yes, Aditi.
sir, by increasing or decreasing the level of reserves and how much,
Reserves, by tweaking the reserves, by increasing or decreasing it. Like, are you aware that, let's talk about India, central bank, Reserve Bank of India, they require each and every bank to maintain a certain amount of reserves. Remember, I told you, so that if there is any withdrawal required by the customer, they can take care of it. Those reserves are called SLR and CRR. SLR full form is statutory liquidity ratio. Currently, it is close to 18 percentage in India. 18 percentage of what? 18 percentage of all the current account, saving account, fixed deposit the bank has. Because remember, the withdrawal requirement has to be maintained, right? So 18% of that. Now here's the thing, where do they put aside this money? This 18% of the money, they are allowed to invest in safe securities, typically government bonds, government bonds, that too, which are very liquid, easily bought and sold, or maybe AAA rated bonds in the corporate, like the public sector entities and all. They are allowed to invest only in that. That too bonds, not equity, because equity shares price can go up and down. Yes, it is very much liquid, but we need safe investment as well. So 18% of that money they can kind of invest in. Most of them it is government bonds, central government, state government, whatever it is, and these are very liquid. So you need to keep that money aside. Or then there is CRR. In India, I think it is close to right now 3.75% of that depositor's money. This is hard cash which the bank keeps it with itself. Remember, how my question is, how do they increase the supply of money? Very simple. They will reduce the reserve requirement. When they reduce the reserve requirement from 18% to 15%, say for example, 4% to 1%, now the banks will have more money in their hand to give the loans in the system, and the supply of the money increases in the economy. Do you agree? Do you agree that when the reserves requirement is reduced, the supply of money increases? This is one of the way they try to control the supply of money. And if the reserve requirement increases, the supply of money decreases. Make sense?
Yes.
So, hell yes, reserves are one of the tools which are used to regulate, control the supply of money in the economy. What are the other tools used? Have you heard OYO?
Company Oyo?
Yeah, have you heard OYO?
Yes.
Yes.
Now here OMO. OMO stands for Open Market Operations. You see the bond market, which is there in India, or for that matter, any economy. We are talking about central bank in India, so that's what I'm talking about. Indian bond market. What central bank can do is they will print the money. Now, when will they print the money? When they want to increase the supply of money. Now, what's the point of printing the money? What they do next? Well, then they purchase the bonds from investors. So, when they purchase the bond, the money goes out in the system. Now, it is the investor who has that freshly printed currency. And then this investor is then using that money and it kind of circulates in the economy. And if they want to decrease the supply of money, well, they will, you know, kind of sell the bonds. What happens is to the investor. Now, this investor, they don't know, they are just buying it from someone. They don't know it's RBI or central bank on the opposite side. They give the money because when they're buying. Now, here's the thing, RBI or central bank doesn't use that money. It sucks up, it sucks up, it sucks it into the system back. You see, earlier when our central bank is giving money to the investor then uses that money and it enters the economy. But when when the central bank is selling the bonds, it takes the money from the investor. And then that money stays with central bank. It is removed from the system. And that is how they are able to kind of, decrease the supply of money by selling bonds. So buying and selling bonds in the bond market is called open market operations. They go in the market openly and they do this operation. This is how they kind of maintain, or I would say influence, the supply of money. Another tool, open market operation. One is tweaking the reserves, another is buying and selling in the bond market, open market operations. Are you getting it? Hello?
Yes.
And I'm surprised you did not talk about the most important way to control the supply of money. Can can you please give it a good attempt? There is one more tool, one more way through which they can control the supply of money. Come on, guys. Interest rates. They decide now the interest rates, the repo rate in India. Those are called policy rates. In India, we call it repo rate. In USA, it is called refinancing rate or discount rate. Point is, if you decrease the policy rates, guess what? All the banks are now able to take the money from central bank at a cheaper rate. And that's why all the commercial banks in turn will reduce the interest rates, maybe short term as well. Now, when that happens, your home loans, your car loans, your personal loans, your corporate loans becomes cheaper. People are now motivated to take the money and you increase the consumption. Forget about the consumption, but they are motivated to take the money. The supply of money increases. Are you getting it? when the policy rate is reduced. And when the policy rate is increased, all the interest rates increase, and that's why the supply of money reduces. Are you getting it? Hello?
Yes.
So,
You saying something, Vasudev?
oh, I just said yes, so.
Okay. So yeah, these are the three monetary policy tools which the central bank uses to control the supply of money. There's one more. No, I think this is good enough. Yeah, actually.